Hello everyone, I hope you're all doing well. And today I bring you a little bit of a painting instead of a drawing. And this one had a curious story, not on the drawing per se. I just wanted to do an easy, quick skull design, Oni based kind of theme. But the way I went about it, I really wanted to keep practicing my watercolors. And I started off by doing this on wet background, and then I would just go in and paint over it and start to detail with watercolors, which is what you see me doing here. But truth is, I lost that footage, and as a consequence, I don't have the very beginning of me using that technique. So the rest of the drawing just went south from there. I realized one thing with this drawing, and it was a really very important lesson I had to learn, which is I really had to have, if I want to do something in watercolor, it's a very good idea. It's a very good idea and policy to have basically everything figured out in advance. So basically I want to have, or I should have, where the light is coming from, what is it doing, the volumetrics, the hairs, pretty much everything. It needs to be, I wouldn't say completely planned, but accounted for and thought out before you really start to go into it. So that was my big mistake, and I still try to salvage it, which is what you see me doing here. I'm struggling and trying to apply different coats over and over, and it becomes way too dark, and I start to lose heart. And then I just got this weird idea, and I just thought, wait a minute, instead of throwing this away, because I kind of like the drawing, and I still want to do something with it, why not just go and grab myself my very old box of gouache paint and maybe add some gouache to it. At first I wasn't even thinking about doing much more than just some highlights, some shadows, just some lights, especially the bluish one, the secondary lights and all that. That's what I really wanted to do with gouache. It ended up by becoming 90% of the whole painting. I think the only place where I didn't really go completely overboard with painting and gouache was the hair, which I really liked, that bluish tinge it had. So this painting started as a watercolor painting, but it quickly turned into a gouache painting. And I'm glad I did so, because I really liked the end result, and it was really nice to go back and use a paint that I mostly used when I was younger, and I actually had a lot of fun with it, but I hadn't used it in 20 years. In fact, 21 years to be precise. So it was cool. It was cool to kind of relearn all that and find myself having fun with it, remembering the techniques, the details, and taking my time, which is something that sometimes watercolor really kind of makes it harder to do. So that's pretty much it on this painting. It's just a basic Oni demon, Japanese demon kind of thing. That's it. I just finished it completely in gouache. And I hope you guys like it. Today I don't really don't feel inspired to talk about much. But I would like to ask you if you have any ideas of things you would like me to talk about. I mean, whatever, as long as you find it's pertinent or you'd like to hear my opinion about it. Help me out. Just give me something to talk about. Usually I can think about plenty of things to talk, but today I'm just, I don't know, somewhat tired, so I'm not feeling like being much of a conversation person today. So there you go. I hope you guys enjoy it, and let me know what you think, because this is my first gouache painting in about like 20 years, and I'm kind of curious. Do you like what I did here? Do you think I succeeded in salvaging the painting, or I don't know? Just give me your feedback. Very curious to know about what you think. And see you next week, guys. Bye-bye.